And he's a random player, so you never really know what he's going to do. But when he gets to Protoss, what he likes to do is go for carriers. And oh, there it is. There's the fleet beacon. Oh, this is why.
One base carrier is the new metagame. Let's be honest. One base carrier is...
It's a little risky, but that's why he has a dozen cannons.
I'm sorry. Yeah, our observer has gone ahead and done something really unprofessional. You know what I appreciate about Pook?
Get back in the cage. Come on.
You know what I appreciate about Pook is that he has decided to leave a nice walking lane for units to get up into his base.
Yeah.
Why bother walling off as a one-base Protoss?
Well, I know that Pook was a StarCraft 1 player, which means he only played tower defense.
That's true. You know what? And this is good. He is microing those Void Rays extremely well.
He is. You know what? That comes down to his experience and dedication to the game Han, Heroes of New Earth.
Yes, indeed. That is a preoccupation in Pook's life. Now, that gateway is, of course, unpowered at the moment.
You know what? For all the noobs out there, Sassafrasquatch, can you tell us a little bit about Heroes of New Earth? What's it about?
Heroes of New Earth, of course, is a Dota standalone.
Right.
Dota being defensive game, it's a Warcraft 3 mod. And you know what? If you have noticed, like I have during this game, Pook's fantastic micro, you can assume that that's what
It's got to be. And look at that.
Look at
Using
this,
the Void Rays to bait them into the cannons. Oh, it's beautiful.
You know what? And there's actually very little that GaGa can do at this point.
But you know what? All the focus has been on Pook so far. But take a look at GaGa. He's secured himself an expansion from all this constant pressure.
Looking at least
He's up to 5-6 barracks. He's got a factory there. He's probably thinking about if he wants to go tanks or Hellions.
Or if he just doesn't want to build anything out of that factory.
Yeah.
That's an option. That's a viable option.
You know what? A lot of Terran players don't use the factory. They'll scout with it and they'll drop a starport instead. So
I just want to.
There it is. There's a starport.
There is the starport.
So again,
there is the starport.
Now,
I just want to take one more second.
Double starport for
Double
GaGa.
starport. Wow.
Could we see something? Maybe Banshees.
Banshees would be pretty useful, knowing that Pook has not gone Robotech.
Knowing GaGa, he's an intelligent player. He's a macro player. He scouts, he gets information, he counters you. He sees all these Void Rays. He knows.
Oh, wait, he stemmed into the cannons. He stemmed
wow.
directly into the cannons, which probably wasn't the best choice.
But it's a ballsy choice.
It is a ballsy choice. You know what? I respect his choice. I also respect the fact that he has stockpiled cannons.
And look at this. We have carriers on the way.
We have carriers on the way. We do have carriers on the one base carrier from Pook.
Now,
and he is warping things in. Can we go?
What it comes down to is GaGa knows Pook as well. I'm sure he's heard of them on the scene, watched some replays, did his research before the show match, and he knows that Pook loves carriers. It's going to be really tough for Pook. Now, he's moving out here. It looks like he might try to secure this expansion.
Yeah, he does have 4 Zealots and 3 Void Rays, so that is a pretty strong defense. Now, he is gonna expand, it looks like. Now, GaGa has retreated all the way back to his base, and so it seems like Pook can use the redeployment.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it, but I know it's on everybody's mind, and that word is Mad Max. Just saying. I don't know if that makes anybody uncomfortable, but let's be honest.
Yeah.
Pook seems to know exactly what's coming. Right? Am I right?
It's true. We have to respect the integrity of this invitation.
Yeah, I'm not calling names. I'm not calling names.
84 Armstrong works really hard to get players of this caliber to agree. There's a lot of pressure. There are different servers. It's very difficult to get the time. We just need to enjoy the game for what it is.
You're right. I was.
But you know what, Sassafrasquatch, that's the kind of guy you are. You're always looking out for the integrity of the game.
It's true. He's so good that I just have to question. I just have to. It seems like he has that ESP, that StarCraft side.
Yeah. You can't teach that.
Now, continuing with his strategy, Pook has gone ahead and stockpiled cannons in his expansion. I believe it was a pretty good call because GaGa didn't really seem to have an answer for those cannons.
No, he didn't. And look at this.
Well, we have a carrier on the field.
And it's beautiful, beautiful timing by Pook because you can see just as his minerals run out, his expansion finishes.
It's true, and that is the true meaning of an expansion, is staying on one base for as long as humanly possible.
Because, considering the metagame, one base carrier transitions very well into one base carrier.
It's true, and it's good to see GaGa get some medevacs out. He has been spinning quite a bit.
And like again, we were questioning at the start. We were excited by it, but that early gas by Pook is really paying off now. He's stockpiled 600 gas, and he is ready to constantly churn out carriers.
Now, Lupus, can we get a supply count?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's jump to the supply tab here. Okay. So, taking a look at the SCVs, we can see that that GaGa's pulled quite ahead. He's looking pretty good in the SCV count. But that said, what it comes down to is Pook has just been so good with his chrono boosts. He's been making up for that lost production time by churning out carriers.
It's true.
Carrier.
Now, can we get confirmation as to whether or not Pook has actually used a chrono booster? His Nexus does have quite a bit in it. He's going to Starport, though, so he is ready to churn out significantly more carriers.
He is. He's ready. And you know what? He made that second Stargate, but you know what I like about it? He didn't cancel a huge carrier. Because I've done that before, and I forget to make another after it. So I like this play.
You know what? And even better is that he has chosen not to actually make anything out of that second Starport. Which I think is just a really wise decision.
Again, it might come down to he knows that a smart player, when they scout, if the scan pops down right in this area behind the trees, you can quickly take a look and see if it's producing carriers or not.
That's true. And he is just going to continue to produce carriers out of that one.
Yeah. So I know,
however, his carrier count is up to 3.
Oh, and look at this. We have a confrontation. Oh no. Some carriers caught out of position. The cannons. He's retreating to the cannons.
Oh, and he's lost both the carriers.
Oh no. Oh wait, there's a third carrier.
There's a third carrier and a couple of void rays.
And look at those interceptors go.
You know what, though? He is being smart about it. He is retreating that carrier back to the secondary line of cannons.
You know what?
Is a really sound decision. And he's going to pull those probes back to mine them in most.
That's intelligent, though. He's saving his probes. He can save his probes. There's a hero stalker, showing him who's boss. And look at this. This is where the double Stargates really will help reinforce.
Yeah.
But GaGa just will not be stopped.
GaGa is making short work of those cannons there. Now, those probes have set up a pretty sweet shield. However, it looks as though Pook is putting out the frowny face.
And there's the GG.
And there's the GG. Good manners from Pook. He was...
it was a close game. It could have gone either way.
He might have been a little bit outclassed.
But
GaGa is a really, really high level, right?
Well, I appreciate Pook's understanding of the game, and he always tries some really interesting tactics and things like the early gas. Nobody's doing that yet.
No, yet, but you know what?
He's a pioneer.
You think that people aren't going to notice that he's doing it? You think that this isn't going to affect the game?
Well, as casters, part of our job is to bring change to the metagame.
You know what? I think Pook, despite some shortcomings, has really done a lot for the community.
Yes, he takes it one game at a time.
Now, having said GG, he is not quite ready to leave the game yet because he does still have 2
But look at
Phoenixes
that.
in the field.
GaGa with a money scan finds the assimilator, and that'll do it.
So, Lupus, I just want to say, I want to thank you personally, really. That was a really excellent show match.
It's a great series.
It was a great series. It wasn't quite as competitive as I was expecting it to be, but really that says as much about GaGa's quality as a player as it does about Pook's shortcomings.
Well, I'm a little heartbroken. I'm a big Pook fan.
I'm also a big Pook
I'm not going to lie. I mean, looking at the Invitational, if I was Pook and I saw I was matched up against GaGa, I know he's a macro Terran. I know that he's a ballsy enough to play random.
Yeah, that's confidence.
And, yeah, he put his foot on the gas and he didn't let up.
So, loyal viewers, just want to say thank you. It was an excellent show match, and we'll see you next time. No, it's not Game 3, it's 2v2. Oh, let me log in if it's a free for all. But he made it a 2v2. That was pretty fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, that second game was wicked. I wanted to keep playing so we can keep casting.
You cast with